Hi, and thank you so much for joining me today for the final day in Scraptember 2022. This is day 30, and the prompt for day 30 is family. I was going to do a photo of myself with my two children and my husband, but then when I was looking through some photos I already had printed, I found this one from a family trip to North Wales with my sister and her boys and her newborn Elizabeth, my niece, and my mum and dad and us as a foursome. And I thought, what a wonderful photo to scrap for family and the memories that it conjures up. So this was back in 2011. It was the week before the twins started infant school, and we went and hired a big house on the Land Peninsula in North Wales, and just had a wonderful week of visiting local beaches and exploring the area. It really was great fun. So here we are with the four of them on the beach with their buckets and spades, and I think Ollie, who's my oldest nephew, was definitely telling them what they should be building and constructing. He was very much in charge that day, but they all look very engrossed and having great fun. You can see Amelia's got a fleece on, so it wasn't the warmest of days, but the boys were determined. They'd all been in the sea on their little paddle boards, and they were determined that they didn't need anything else on their skin. So there they are in their little swimming trunks. So I'm using Heidi Swapp Sun Chaser again for this. I adore this collection for beachy type photos. The colours are just perfect. And again, I wanted to create a sunburst using shards. I wasn't so bothered about them having straight edges at the ends this time, so I just cut shards off some either scrap paper or some pieces from the 6x8 paper pad to create those shards. And now I'm going through the puffy stickers to see which titles I can use on this layout. And I've just pulled a couple out, one that says play and one that says discover. So I matted the photo onto some thick white cardstock, and I'm just distressing the edges of that just to give a bit of texture. And once that's done, I'm going to glue the shards to that using foam pads so that I can move it out of the way and add some mixed media to the background. So here we are with the foam pads, and then I'll just remove a couple of the pieces of those to stick it to the shards, and then I shall draw around in pencil so that I can see exactly where it's going on the layout, and then start in with the mixed media. So I'm going to use this new stencil from the Vicky Boutin print shop line. To me it looks just like sunbursts, so I thought it'd be perfect for a beach photo. And initially I'm just going to stencil through each of these sunbursts, moving the stencil around because I just want it around the edge of where the photo and photo mats and sunburst are going to go. So as I say, just moving things around and going right around that pencil line. So coming back with the photo just to check that I'm happy with the placement and to see if I need any more. Just wanted another little bit down the bottom here. It looked a little bit too linear for my liking. And now I'm going to go in with my water and dampen everything down, and then just colour wash using the ink that's already on there from the stencil all over. And this will create a really nice yellow with the subtle sunburst still showing through once it all dries, but they'll be very watered down. And they almost have like a pinky hue. It's really pretty. You'll see when it's dry. So checking that that's all okay, and I shall leave that to dry and go do some housework, I suppose. Very boring but necessary, unfortunately. So there we go, it's very nearly dry there, and you can see how it just leaves a subtle outline of those sunbursts there. And now that's dry, I want to come in with some stamping. So I use fossilised amber for the stenciling in the background, and I'm going to use a mixture of fossilised amber again and antique linen to do this stenciling. I'm using the Thankful stamp set from Elle's Studio for all these stamps, and that stamp set honestly is absolutely brilliant. I would urge you to go and have a look at it if you haven't got it already, because it covers so many things. It's definitely my go-to set at the moment. It's got a bit of family and some affirmations, and yeah, it's just really beautiful. So do go and have a look. So you can see here I'm pulling different stamps off and then layering, because you have the outline and the solid for the words love this and family. So I'm just layering those up underneath the photo and just at the bottom of the photo, and then I shall carry on with other stamps, building up this stamped area. And next I'm coming in with this label stamp, and I shall use the antique linen for this one, and it says the details at the top. So this is where I'm going to put my journaling. There's not a lot of journaling that I need to put, just where they were. So I just need a very small space here. I want the photo to shine on this layout because it's such a cute photo. So just stamping directly onto the layout there, and then I shall use my black ink pen to write my journaling. And I really wanted to use that sun sticker. It's been on my mind for a while since I've been using this collection. So I thought that would go really nicely next to that photo. So as I say, just going in with my black gel pen here and writing my journaling. It just simply says, a sunny, cool day at the beach in Wales, 4 cousins together. So just pulling that off so that I can add the texture stamp, these pluses. You will have been seen me using plenty of times. Again, it's from the same Thankful stamp set from Elle's Studio. So just scattering these around, first with antique linen, and then I'll add a few more with that fossilised amber, just building up the colour and depth. And now I'm happy with all the stamping that I've got down. I shall glue the photo and the mats down. So just using some wet glue on those shards, and I had the foam pads on the photo. So making sure that it's straight and then sticking it all down. And then I'll go around each of the edges of the shards with my nail just to scuff them up a bit. I didn't want to use my distress tool because I didn't want them to be too distressed, but I wanted to add a little bit of texture to the paper. So that just breaks up the lines a little bit. Now these titles I was going to use on the photo, but the layout has evolved since then, and I thought it might be nice to stick them onto the shards. So the Discover one will go on top of these Ice Lolly paper, and if you just stick it down loosely, it does spring back into shape. It's easy to bend these outer shapes, so great for using them around curves and things, but if you just loosely stick it on, it will go back to its normal shape. And then the word play there on that black and white stripe. And I really like how that's sort of defined those shards. So now I'm going to go through the sticker book and see if there's anything else I can add. And I was drawn to this tag that says summer. I thought would be nice in that top left hand corner. So just adding a bit of foam behind it, because obviously it's hanging over the edge of the photo, just to keep it up, popped up. That's down nicely. And back to this sticker book again to see what else we can find. So I find this teal heart, not quite sure where it's going to go. It does find a very slightly different place at the end of the layout, but for now it goes down there. And then back to my favourite photo corners to create a little chevron here. I've only got 2 of the yellow, I would have liked 3, so I used 2 yellow and then a pink. But there's plenty of pink in this layout, so that's fine. And it's just pointing to the word summer, which it obviously was. And now these tile letters, I'm going to spell out the title, which is North Wales Summer, and just using random colours to spell out those 3 words. So the second half of this book is clear stickers, which I really like because you don't see the white outline when you've got your mixed media underneath. You don't have that distracting you. I love this one. It says keep curious, and because they're all digging and they look very intense, I thought that was really nice for this layout. I'm seeing if there's anything else, and then I come to these word phrases and I think, oh yes, definitely want some of these. So I find one that says such a good day, and that just breaks up all the yellow on the left hand side of the photo, so I like that there. And then I find a couple, I think it's 3 more that I use to line the shards, because we've got those puffy phrases on the shards. I thought it'd be nice to add a few more to the others. So this one says it's the little things, and then this one is awesome, so awesome, I think actually, yes, so awesome. And then the final one I find I love, it says the gang is all here, because they really were a little gang on that holiday going around together. It was really lovely. So finding one of my labels from the Elle Studio label stamp that I stamped a load out of with my oxide inks a week or so ago. So just deciding where I'm going to put that. It goes at the bottom there so that I can write the date on. I just use my black gel pen to do that. And I swapped the yellow out for this bundled sage one. I think bundled sage, no, speckled egg. It was speckled egg, that one. So just handwriting the date because my date stamp doesn't go that far back. And then I'll use some double-sided tape just to stick that down there. So thank you so much for joining me for this series. I can't believe that we got all 30 days done. It's been phenomenal. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and that you have watched my videos and given me a comment, a like, and a subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Do check the description box down below to check out everybody else who's joining in on this hop. There's a playlist, so it's absolutely wonderful because you can just play that and then go back to it when you've got a moment and keep watching. So I just wanted to add something to this top left-hand corner. I felt like it was a bit too empty, so I went through the ephemera pieces and found this copper or rose gold tab, I don't know what you call it, label tab. So I just cut that in half and stuck that down with the rainbow sticker from the sticker book. And then I find a little pink cloud, which I think will look really nice. So peel the rainbow back up to get that in the right place and stick that down. And that's it. So I shall leave you with some close-ups of the layout as per usual at the end, and I will see you very soon. Thank you again. Bye.